Duck and Emily get along. Emily the Emerald Engine was enjoying all the sights and sounds on the island of Sodor and knew it very well. Sometimes she pulled coaches, and sometimes she pulled freight cars, but whatever rain or shine, Emily keeps her jobs done on time. One day she was waiting at Knapford Station when Duck arrived. Emily eyed the Great Western pannier tank. "Hello," she said. "What's your name?" "Montague," replied Duck, "but everyone usually calls me Duck because they say I waddle." Emily was intrigued by the name. "I'm Emily," she replied. "I once rescued Oliver from being run over by Thomas when I first arrived." "So you're the engine Oliver told me about," said Duck, "and that you took Thomas's coaches by mistake." "Yeah," sighed Emily. "I didn't mean to take them, though." "That's all right," smiled Duck. "It can happen to the best of us." "Oh, that's my conductor's whistle," said Emily. "I must go now." And she puffed away importantly. Meanwhile, on the Little Western, Duck was thinking about Emily. "She seems like a kind sort of engine," he thought to himself. "At least she's not compared to those big engines." A little later at the yards, Sir Topham Hatt came to see him. "Emily is pulling an important freight train to Vicarstown," he boomed. "You are to be her back engine since there aren't any cabooses available." "Yes, sir," said Duck, and he steamed away. Duck found Emily at the front of the train. "I'm here to help," he said. "Great," said Emily. "Let's get to it." Duck buffered up to the back of the train and the two engines steamed away to Vicarstown. At Gordon's Hill, Duck called out to Emily. "Pull your hardest, pull your hardest, pull your hardest," he called. "I will and I must, I will and I must, I will and I must," puffed Emily. Clouds of smoke and steam poured out of the two engines' funnels into the air as they pushed and pulled their hardest. Then, with a sudden bump, Emily found the train lighter than she realized. Duck found the train lighter too. "The train is getting lighter," called Emily. "What's going on?" The two drivers from both Duck and Emily's cabs looked from the top and bottom. "Half of the train uncoupled from each other," said Duck's driver. Duck stopped at the bottom and Emily stopped at the top. "That's why it felt light," thought Emily. "What trouble couplings are! There could have been a serious accident if it hadn't been for Duck being my back engine." She carefully chuffed backwards towards Duck and the freight cars. The coupling was fastened and the two engines tried again. "Beep, beep, beep," whistled Duck. "Are you ready?" "Beep, beep, beep," Emily whistled back. "Yes, I am." With Emily chuffing from front and Duck gaily puffing in behind, they set off up the hill together. "We must make it, we must make it, we must make it," chuffed Emily. "We will and we must, we will and we must, we will and we must," puffed Duck. They pulled, pushed, and puffed and pushed and pulled as hard as they could. At last they reached the top. We've done it! We've done it! We've done it! Cried Emily. Of course we did, replied Duck. They arrived at Vickerstown just in time, and the yard manager was very impressed. Well done, you two, he said. After that, Duck and Emily had a drink at the water tower. You've done well today pulling the train, smiled Duck. And you've worked hard being my back engine too, Emily replied. The both of you worked hard today, boomed a familiar voice. It was Sir Topham Hatt. Oh dear, Emily thought. What will he say about what happened on the hill? But Sir Topham Hatt was smiling. The conductor, your drivers, and firemen told me what happened, and after you both fixed the problem by yourselves and were able to complete your job on time, you will be given much-needed coats of paint. All the efforts and performances of working together and solving the problem make both of you really useful engines. Oh, thank you, sir, said Duck and Emily. When Sir Topham Hatt left, Emily spoke up. Can we form an alliance? Of course, said Duck. You help me, and I can help you, Emily replied. Absolutely, said Duck. And from buffer to buffer, the allies puffed home. Duck and Emily were now good friends. Little did they know that after time would pass, Duck would warn her about the muddy track during a storm. But that's another story.